Hey guys, once again, Forever82 here. After cooling down for a couple hours and getting some water and trying to keep a cool head, we're going to try it again with something else. And this time, from now on, I'm not going to call it How Far Can I Get, I'm just going to strictly call it Let's Play, because I don't want you to know the outcome of it right at the get-go, you know? So I'm just going to call everything Let's Play. And if I fail it, I'll try it again in the future and call it like second attempt or something. You know, something. I'm sorry, I'm just getting some water. You know, I couldn't even say anything when I lost in that last video. I usually get out my old outro, but I was like, what's the point? I failed. I call those a man moment. It's when you're a dude and you fail at something that you're so passionate about. It kind of hits you here, you know what I mean? Gets you right in the chest. Hopefully that won't repeat, because if I have 2 failures in one night, where's the rope? I'll go in the backyard. Nah, well, I'll just be in a pretty shitty mood, and I'll have to extract my vengeance on the fine people of Los Santos and San Andreas. I go in director mode and I go rampaging when I'm just in a mood, you know? Relax, I'm not going to do that in real life. I'm not Elliot Rodger. Jesus. Anyways. So, what we're going to play now is a favorite beat 'em up of mine. It's called Final Fight 3 on the Super Nintendo. So this time you can actually compare the differences between the two. And hopefully this will be a lot more fun than the last game, because I thought I was going to beat it, because I have beaten it before in the past, but obviously I either suck as a gamer lately, or I don't know, I lost my way somewhere. But I will attempt that game again in the future, so look out for that. In the meantime, let's get these started. I'm just going to bypass the intro, because intros are boring. And it's pretty much just... Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I won't skip it. I'll let you watch it. After the Mad Gear gang was destroyed, the citizens of Metro City finally thought their nightmare was over. I like how it shows the map of the first game in Mode 7 scrolling. But without the Mad Gear to control the underworld, the street gangs fought amongst themselves for power over the city. In the end, the Skull Cross gang reigned supreme. Several months later, Mayor Mike Hagar, whatever, got a call from an old friend. I still think that's neat. Hey, what's up, motherfucker? Long time no see, guy. How did your training go? Pretty well, I think. I learned a few new moves. Allahu Akbar! That's his new move. Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. I'm Detective Lucia. Whatever, fuck. City is under attack. What? What do you mean, what? Did you just see that explosion in the fucking distance? Are you that dumb? Oi. Gotta... If you don't move quick, they'll tear Metro City apart. Well, no shit. Guy, I'm gonna need your help. You got it, dude. I'm emo. No one understands me. I know that's not what it says, but fuck it. Who the hell are you? Does it really matter? All you need to know is that I know where they're headed. I haven't got a choice, so I'll trust you. But if you're leading me into a trap, I'm gonna grind you into the pavement. Hagar, you're not badass. Fuck off. I'm on my way. Yes, sir! Emo-tastic. Oh my god. He's emo as fuck. And you can't say this doesn't look like something from Streets of Rage. Here's something else. If you're a loser like me and you don't have anyone to play with, there is an auto 2P option, but here's the problem with that. Problem is, in the problem is when they die, they don't continue. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, the only way to see this game's ending is to beat it on hard. Or is it expert? You know what? I don't remember. Fuck it. Expert. I should be able to do this. After all, I've played this game millions of times. And it's one of my favorite beat-em-ups of all time. I prefer this over the first game. And everyone's like, well, the first game's great. Nah, it's bland as shit. I mean, this may be considered bland as shit, but there's so much, like, in terms of moves. Like, here's that Hadouken move, and that little gauge at the bottom you see is your super gauge. And I'm going to show you what that does as soon as it charges. Okay, see how it says super? Grab a guy. Pause music is game over music. I don't care what anyone says. That sounds so much like game over music. Anyways, to do a super move, I'm using a shitty controller because it... Anyways, fuck it, who cares? I'm using the shitty controller. You roll your finger from forward to down, and like kind of like a reverse Hadouken, and then you press the attack button, which is the Y button, and then there you go, and then you can recharge. It works great on bosses. See, what a better way to play something that's just beating ass, you know what I mean? I mean, after the failure, I'm playing a game that I can just beat ass in and be happy with it. I'm saving my super bar for the next part. This game got some catchy tunage, but I will warn you, it does replay a lot of the same music over and over throughout the game. I forgot, your super gauge does go away after a little while. This is the closest music, and this music right here is the closest you'll get to a Streets of Rage tune in a Final Fight game. And you can't sit there and say that that's not true. It does. Listen to it. But I digress. It's still pretty jammable. You gotta admit that at least. This tune, I mean, I don't know if this tune has a name. I'm not good with that kind of shit. I mean, I just recently found out that certain tunes in the Ys game series have names. I'm not kidding. I just found that out the other day. And that's one of my favorite RPGs, action RPGs, if you want to call it that. Please let there be something to heal me. Fuck off, of course not. Johnny! Get him a body bag! Oh yeah, this is where we get to fight that cop boss from the NES port. Except it doesn't have no cryptic way of beating the boss's asses. You just beat the shit out of him like you do in a regular beat 'em up. Yeah, there he is up there. It's a shame you don't have any, like, boss music like you did in the NES port, though. Ah, I just got fucked. Alright, I'm not going to use my super on him. There we go. Oh, shit. No! There we go. Bam! Eat it. You know you like it. His name's Dave, but dude, this guy has to be like Eddie E. Remember Eddie E from the first game? That has to be him. And they just renamed him Dave for some reason. Why? What's the point? And let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed eating the piece of gum that Eddie E spat out of his mouth in the game. I did. Fuck it. Gave you 3 health. Why not? But once again, I digress. You don't chew gum after it's been in somebody's mouth that you don't know. You know what I mean? Once the battle had been won, it quickly became clear that the riot was simply a smokescreen. The Skull Cross gang staged the riot to keep the police busy as they freed one of their leaders from prison. What did they do? Strap a bomb and blow the wall out? Sorry about before. There wasn't much time to explain. My name is Dean. And I used to be just another fighter on the Street Fighter circuit. Now, many of you may not know this, but Final Fight, the original, was supposed to be the sequel to Street Fighter. So maybe this guy was maybe in the process of that. You know what? I don't know. I mean, as we all know, the Street Fighter circuit was, well, Street Fighter 2. Maybe he was an axed character at the last moment, or maybe he's Guile in disguise, because he looks kind of like Guile. Theories abound, people. This music is goofy. But it's Capcom, what do you want? Get out of here, dirt. No one cares about you or your fucking claws. Now over here, or up here, if memory serves me, maybe, actually, it may be another stage I'm thinking about. Anyways, there's a stage where there's windows and shit, and you can throw the enemies in the windows and they'll break. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, me and my buddy Steve back in the day used to rent the piss out of this game because we just thought it was fun. Like, you know, it was a beat 'em up obviously, but it was a fun beat 'em up. You know, I had things in it that made it a lot of fun to go into and play. And I had a pretty interesting and decent soundtrack, except this tune is garbage. Not just any kind of garbage, hot garbage. Don't you just hate when you sit there and you punch at an enemy and they can hit you regardless? I don't know what you call that. Bad programming? Come here. Yeah, that's another complaint I have. Is there's not much in terms of variety in the enemies. Like I said, this game ain't perfect, but it's definitely my favorite beat 'em up on the SNES. Next to, I'd say, Ninja Warriors. And Guy's always been my favorite Final Fight character. He's also one of my favorite Street Fighters in Street Fighter Alpha. I know he doesn't have any kind of projectiles, but he's just badass. He's very fast and a lot of fun to play. He's kind of like the, I want to say Andy Bogart of the Street Fighter Alpha series. You know, that may be a bit of a stretch, but this is my opinion. Take it as you will. Oh, no Arby. Oh, there he is! Arby, yay! Nasty-ass pussy droopy lips with cheese on it. So I don't eat Arby's. Fuck that shit. It's awful. Or Potbellies, or the smokehouse, fucking pot roast or whatever it's called. The pig. I can't remember. They're okay. Now, here's something interesting. Let me see if it'll allow me to go in. Yeah, you can go into doors in this game. Kind of like the whole Russian Beat series. Look familiar? It should. It was one of the stages in the NES port. I think it was stage I want to say 4. So as you can see, this game has some replayability because it has, you know, different places you can go to, and it's just all around fun. And I swear this guy looks like Dudley from Street Fighter 3. I hated Street Fighter 3. That is, like, in my opinion, the worst Street Fighter ever made. The last boss is douchebag. Wears a fucking diaper and has 2 shades of skin. I mean, he's not even threatening. The only thing that makes him a shitty character is that resurrection move, where he refills his crap. Or his energy. But yeah, but he wasn't as cool. I mean, Bison wasn't much of a, you know, but he was more threatening. I mean, he had more power to do more damage than fucking... I can't even think of his name. No, what is his name? Gil. And that's another thing, his name. Gil? I mean, Capcom's creative team definitely was going down the shitter when that game was made. I didn't like any of the Street Fighter 3 games. I didn't even like Third Strike. The characters were very dull looking, and they were no fun to play. And it was just awful. I liked Alpha 3 better than any of the Street Fighter 3 games. But, to be fair, if you were into those games, play the fucking Dreamcast versions. They were arcade perfect, at least my... here we go. In my opinion, Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the Dreamcast is my favorite version of that game, too. See? I didn't want that to happen to me, but fuck it. Come on, fucker. Yeah! That felt good. It's fun just to beat somebody up. Yeah, I know it's just a beat 'em up, simple as hell, but it's fun and it gets out aggression. That's how we used to do it in the old days. Hey, she has bouncing titties, and this is on a Nintendo system. They must have not played Testis very much. Or they just thought, that's just enough bounce. But of course, you play Fatal Fury 2 or Fatal Fury Special on the SNES, guess what? No mai sure nui mi bouncy. Which stands for I'm #1 in Japanese, I know. But you know, my perverted brain thinks otherwise. I'm such a lewd motherfucker, and I love it. I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid. Here, Arby. I put some fire in your pussy-lipped sandwiches. Oh, is this Russian beat now? We go on a bus. Now, this is what needs to happen in transit. In public transit, you get to beat ass while you wait to go where you're supposed to be. That'd be fun. You know, like an all-out brawl. I'm for it. Now, what I hate is when you go on a bus and there's like a bitch that is just having a really bad day and she wants everyone on the bus to basically have her feels. Like she'll have she's like having her period or some shit, right? And like she just goes off on a tangent on the bus. Like her words really matter. And some people like say, hey, shut the fuck up, no one cares. I mean, if you look on YouTube, there's plenty of videos of women that actually are doing that shit. They just go on the bus and they preach about some shit about, I don't know, the world or whatever. Just some random shit they need to get off their chest. And it's like, bitch, don't you have anything better to do than to waste our time with your stupid speeches? Like, we need to love one another. Shut up. You need to, like, go die in a fire or something. I don't care about your fucking hippie, whippy bullshit. I'm trying to do my super move on Fat Boy here, but, yeah, like, I have room to talk, right? Fucking Billy. Is that Billy Lee? Feel the code of the dragon. Fight the might, the right of the dragon. With the mark of the dragon. God, that cartoon was so gay. But I watched it anyway. And the reason why I watched it was because it was, you know, look, it's Andor. What's up, Andor? Hugo, whatever your name is. Whatever your name is this week. No, like, on Sunday morning, on the mornings my mom would get too drunk to go to church on the next day. Yeah, go figure. And a person who liked to drink and was a churchgoer, go figure, right? Anywho, there was Double Dragon. It was Double Dragon and Mega Man on Sundays. You know, you remember Mega Man, super fighting robot. Mega Man. No, Mega Man was not bad. Double Dragon was, and the fact that they made a game out of it is a disgrace. It was awful. Both the cartoon and the game were terrible games. I mean, at that time, Technos was bleeding money. I mean, they were pretty much on death's door if they weren't already. I mean, that's why Super Double Dragon was unfinished. Honestly, I wish Super Double Dragon got finished with the cutscenes and what they had in store. And don't even get me started on Double Dragon 4 that we got from Arc Systems. It's terrible. Well, okay, that's not fair. It's not terrible, but it's not a true Double Dragon game, in my opinion. And I don't know why they call it 4. I mean, people wanted to fucking argue with me on Steam. It's not... Super Double Dragon wasn't canon. Okay, yeah, it wasn't... It may or may have not been canon, but in my opinion, that will always be Double Dragon 4. Because why was Double Dragon 5 called The Shadow Falls? It was Double Dragon V, Double Dragon 5. Super Double Dragon was Double Dragon 4. Don't fucking call me out on that shit. Call me out on some stupid bullshit that's not true. That's absolutely retarded. Yeah, so, to make a long story short, Double Dragon 4 is not really Double Dragon 4. At least in my opinion. I mean, opinions aren't facts, so, you know, take it as you will. But in my opinion, Double Dragon 4 is not Double Dragon 4, it's Double Dragon 6. Now, Double Dragon Advance on the Game Boy Advance, that is a damn good beat 'em up. It has its problems, but it's really, like, the fighting system is fantastic. My only complaint in that game would have to be the collision detection. It's a bit off. But it has a lot of cues in it that, you know, tickle our little nostalgia glands. You know what I mean? Like, it has some final boss music from Double Dragon 2 and you fight that Zenketsu gang or something. I don't know. But what really sucks about that version, though, is just the simple fact that the sound was compressed. And it sounded just bad all around. Like, the sound quality of it was bad, and it's like, nah. And sadly, I don't own it. I do own, however, River City Ransom EX. That was a pretty good game. You get, like, Dragon Feet and Stone Hands right off the bat. You don't even have to earn them like you did in the NES original. If memory serves me, this boss is a bitch. Yes, he is. I don't even think you can grab this guy, actually. Damn! Yep, gotta love that unfair cheapness that... I think that guy wasn't he the one we fought on the boat on the NES port? I think so. I'm gonna try an old school trick. Hang on. Gotta get some of these guys out of here first, though. Oh, that works somewhat. If you don't have dudes on you, it actually works easier. It's where you move up on the screen and then the boss follows you. And what makes this boss fight hard is these idiots that keep following you. It's like, dude, if they weren't there, boss fights in beat-em-ups would be like some of the easiest of their kind. That's the only thing that's ruining me right now. I don't even think you can even grab this guy. You can grab Ray. Oh, god damn it. Stop being cheap, asshole. Yeah, this guy's a bitch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up using it to continue here. Or not. No! Damn it. I got 5 continues. I think we'll do this. Let me start right here. You gotta admit, though, that shit's cheap. Especially when they corner you like this. I mean, what are you supposed to do except the spin kick? As you notice, when I get stressed, I get blah, 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 blah. Damn it, I could have pulled it off there. Take that wrench and shove it up his ass. He probably does that in his spare time anyway. If goddamn Ray wasn't in my fucking way, I would have had his ass right there. Fuck you, Ray, and your fucking flat top looking faggot. Didn't I just kill you? Why are you back? Man, this is looking shitty. Oh, good, I got an extra life. Fantastic. God damn it. This is definitely the worst boss in this game. I'm dead. Alright, I did the motion, it didn't work. That's why I hate this controller, man. It's garbage. Xbox is the best controller ever. No, you guys are fucking idiots who believe that shit, honestly. You are. If you think this D-pad is worth a fuck, there is something wrong with your taste. And as loose as it is, I'd rather use a Dreamcast D-pad. No joke. We're done now, so... Okay, round 3. 3 more to go. Hopefully we can do it. I'm sure we can. We got 5 continues. Or 4 now, but... See, the tunes just repeat. I did the motion. Thank you. Yeah, this game's a lot easier with 2 players, though. It really is. I mean, 1 player, it's almost a clusterfuck, but it's still a fun experience. Looks like Joe took his looks to Blanca and Sector from Mortal Kombat, and Blanca from Street Fighter 2. Oh, it's these guys. See, what's a shame, though, is these guys don't blow up like they did in the NES version, which is a shame, because that was funny. Goodbye, Joe. We never knew ye. Food trucks. You know, I noticed those have been popping up a lot lately in lately in today's society. It's weird. I mean, I don't really see what's so special about them, because I tried one that was Mexican food, because I really enjoy Mexican food. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of my favorites. That and Italian. Anyways, there's a Mexican food truck. There's 2 of them near here, actually, and they've been doing, like, really good business. And everyone's like, oh, they're so good and yummy, and I had it, and it was watered-down garbage. My wife didn't like it either. She was like, why do people eat this shit all the time? Like, I don't know. I guess because it is cheap. That's true. I mean, I got a nice size burrito, and she got I think a couple of these little taco thingamajigs for like, you know, it's like $5 or $7 for all of it. I mean, Taco Bell. If you go to Taco Bell lately, their menu has gone up in price. We don't even go there anymore. I mean, we don't eat fast food a lot, anyways. I mean, you wouldn't think that way since I have a big belly, but it's true. But we don't. I don't like fast food. Just once in a while. You know, if I don't feel like cooking and we got, you know, a couple bucks, we go to Taco Bell. Because I don't like McDonald's. Their burgers taste like shit. I mean, I guess for the price, it's okay. I mean, if I can afford it, I love Del Taco's loaded fries. Alright, I need to stop talking about food. Not because it's just making me kind of hungry, but, you know, fat guys talking about food is is not cool. I was going to say unprofessional, but what's professional about playing a video game? Absolutely nothing. It's just not cool when you're a fat person talking about food, because they, you know, they don't need it. We don't need it. But what I had for dinner was pretty good. I had some stir fry. I get this bird's eye stir fry from Walmart, and I usually fry up a couple pieces of shrimp with some garlic salt on it, and throw it in there with the teriyaki mix, and mix it all together, and makes a nice dinner for the wife and I. I'm trying to watch my rice intake, though, because rice is one of my favorite things to eat. And rice is very unhealthy because of the carbs. Now, I've been eating a lot of brown rice. Now, that's supposed to be good for constipation, but I'll be honest, it actually makes mine worse. So I've been kind of like laying off of it for a while, and it helps. Which is a shame, because I really do like rice. I need to stop talking about food. I don't want to make you guys hungry either. I've been doing good on this intermittent, I think that's how it's pronounced. I suck with words. Intermittent fasting. Where you, like, don't eat for 16 hours, and then eat, like, light meals for an 8-hour period. I've been doing pretty well on that. I've been doing it for a week. I don't know how much, if I lost any. I have to jump on the scale and find out. I gotta do 12 miles tomorrow, go again on the bike. I'm trying to make that consistent every other day, because every day I can't. It hurts my legs too much. But proof is in the pudding. We'll see how I'm doing. And I've also cut pop out of my life. I don't... Not entirely, but for the most part. I drink like maybe a soda a month. And I'm not kidding on that. I wish my wife could do that, but she's a grown-ass woman. She can do what she wants. She's one of those people that can drink like a 12-pack of soda a day. In fact, I'm trying to remember that one day where she drank like 4 liters of soda a day for a little while. Yeah, and then she got really sick, and understandably so. It's sugar, man. But she don't care. Whatever. I tried, and I failed, so... I'm getting really annoyed by these Joe guys, so I don't know about you all, but they're pissing me off. They just keep appearing and hitting me in the most cheap way they can. It's ridiculous. See, like that. I had no way to... Never mind. Just... I had no way to, like, deflect his attack. He just went and did it. It's the one thing I hate about beat-em-ups, man. But that's how they make it challenging, is to attack you without warning. Or with warning, but you can't do anything about it. Like, kind of like what Andor's doing right now. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch! Oh, great. Some more Joes and Arby's. Fantastic. The other day I was playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 on the Switch, because I own it now. And, well, a lot of people used to tell me how, you know, fat like E Honda is, right? Edmund Honda. But the truth is, look at a regular fat guy and look at Edmund Honda's stomach. There is a hell of a difference. E Honda is ripped as fog. I mean, he's one dude I would, if he was a real dude, I would not fuck with him. He could pay me $1 million to get wrecked, and I would not. Just nope, nope, nope. No, I'll pass. See, I hate that shit, man. It makes beat-em-ups not fun. When they got enemies that can just take over you, you know, and you can't do anything about it. Like, here's Joe over there doing the moonwalk. Once again, the motion does not work. Worst D-pad I've ever used in my life. Because I could do it every time on an SNES pad. And one day I may just record it to show you. Oh yeah, this boss is a bitch too. We got Joe's to worry about. Yeah, this is one chef you don't want to piss off. You'll see him. Yeah. He's not a chef, I know. He's Wong. Remember him from the... You remember him. He was in that, factory level, I believe. See, what the fuck? I pressed forward to down, and he flips him around. Why? Thank you! Is that so fucking hard? Damn, Wong's eyes is all, like, it's coked out. He must have snorted a line. It's like, you guys are interrupting my coke high. You must pay the price. I didn't think I was gonna win, but I'm a guy, so a guy dude. I like Guy. He's my favorite. That is so cheap. You don't realize how cheap something is until you actually analyze it. This tune's pretty good. It's very high octane. Fuck off, Joe, and your dumb head butt. Doesn't fuck. It's fucking retarded. You can't. You just can't deflect it. I'm trying something, as you can probably tell. You notice if you're within his reach, he does that flip and hits you. So, I think I found a flawless strategy, I hope. Well, Wong's just about done. Thank God. He's gonna go get fucked. See? Like that. And he follows up with a punch, which you can't fucking deflect, which is it's annoying. It just is. Do it! Thank you! Jesus Christ! He's all having a seizure. Oh, it must be that coke line. Oh, it's did my brain in. Okay, cum stain, go in. Round 5, fight! Alright, booze! Oh yeah, I forgot about the baseball guys. There's still too little variety in terms of enemies. You pretty much know what you're getting by this late in the game. But the thing that makes me mad the most about beat-em-ups, and I think I've explained it a zillion times, is the fact that enemies can just walk up to you and punch, and you'll sit there and mash the button, and nothing will happen. They'll just hit you, and you can't do nothing about it. And I don't think my reaction time is that bad. It's just shoddy programming, I guess. But like I said, one day I'm going to have to do like a playthrough without me talking. And I'm willing to bet you that I'll beat that game with little to no problem. Because talking and playing is hard to do. It really is. Especially someone when they have concentration problems like myself. If I have to concentrate on focusing on things to say and playing a game at the same time, it's just really hard for me. It always has been. You know, when my friends were around playing video games with me, I was always quiet unless they asked me something, and then I would, you know, of course, respond with something. It's just, I don't know, it's just, when I'm gaming, I like to be one with the game, you know what I mean? But I also want to perform some commentary to make it at least a bit exciting. So I got a Cat 6 cable coming in the mail in the next couple days, because when we moved from the old place to here, I didn't have a long enough cable, and I thought it was a Cat 5. I was not aware that there's a Cat 6 cable. And of course there is, and it's for gigabit or gigabyte connections. And well, I do have I have 300 down and 100 up, I believe. Something like that. Anyways. So, you know, I'm only getting 100. It's capped at that amount. And I was doing some research of my own, of course, and I found out, well, Cat 5 is capped at 100 because that's the highest speed it goes up to. So I'm just thinking, I'm a dumbass. So I'm getting a Cat 6 so I can get that full 300 speed, and that way my upload speeds can be faster, because my upload speeds are I want to say 50, 40, 50 megabytes per second. It's irritating when I'm trying to upload a Let's Play. So, as you can probably tell by this late in the game, the NES version is actually a bit different. Like the level designs, especially, they're different, and so you know you're kind of playing two different games if you decide to play the NES quote unquote pirate or unlicensed. I think that door can be opened, but I don't remember how. I thought you throw an enemy into it, but I already tried that, but I don't know. What's up, G? Are you from House of the Dead? Are you gonna tell me what the fucking G stands for? Nah. I know I already said that once before. That's one of my funniest... That's the funniest lines from House of the Dead Overkill, though. Oh, wait. I opened it. Yay! Sweet, I can go in and stuff. See? I'm sitting there mashing the button. Can't do nothing. It's ridiculous. See? Makes no sense, man. Like I said, the only beat 'em up that seems to have gotten it right, like as in terms of like Streets of Rage 2 will probably be always my favorite beat 'em up completely of all time. Because it feels balanced in comparison to, like, say this, where I'm just getting my ass kicked just by trying to attack. But Streets of Rage 2 is not perfect. It has a stun lock you can do against a computer, making the game completely beatable without too much effort. I swear, one of these days I'm gonna end up breaking this controller just because I'm sitting there mashing the button and it ain't doing shit in terms of hitting enemies. But of course, no control. Gotta love no control. You know, it's a pretty good port, though, for the SNES was Captain Commando, the side-scroll beat-em-up. It's almost arcade perfect. I mean, it has some subtle differences that make it not actual arcade perfect. My question is, why did Capcom release that game so late in the SNES's life? Well, I think I actually have an answer to my own question there. I think it had to do with, you know, the megabit chips on the SNES, which is why the port of Final Fight 1 was so terrible, because I think only 4 megabits was available at the start, wasn't it? See, I did the motion, it didn't do anything. I hate this controller. I fucking hate it with a passion. It works when I do it from that side, though. So, I don't know. Hey, Joe, here's an idea. Stop being a pussy. Fucker. I'm just getting annoyed with this shit now. I love this game, but damn, some of it, the flaws sometimes don't make it as fun as it could be. There, finally, I got to do it on that side. I was trying to do that for fucking ever, and it just wouldn't do it. Billy sucks dicks, pass it on. See, well, it is on expert, and I think you have to have it on expert to see the ending of the game. Just like in Captain Commando on the SNES, you have to beat the game on hard, which is stupid. Why should why should the difficulty matter? I mean, Turtles in Time did the same shit, but at least Turtles in Time was balanced, at least. I just hated the fact that if you were playing that game single player and you would be far in a stage and you would have to continue, you have to start the stage all over again. Makes me want to kill people. Hey, doesn't this stage look familiar? You know, I know Bomber Games had the cease and desist against Sega for doing the Streets of Rage remake. I'd like to see them somehow take on this franchise. I'd like to see a Final Fight remake. And not necessarily from Capcom, but from a fan that has love and devotion to a series, because we all know Streetwise was garbage. Yep, see? Did the motion again. Now I'm gonna get knocked down again. Oh, I didn't. Oh, great. Yeah. I'm dry. I can't even think of anything to say at this point. I'm just annoyed. I'm just fucking annoyed. I can't relax right now because I want to beat this game. Or beat a game on this channel. Unlike the last foray. Fucking motions don't work. I swear to Christ. What the fuck is up with this goddamn controller? Again. Works on the right, okay. It just doesn't work on the left. I hope I can get an extra life by the next time I fight the next boss. Because, well, we're getting to the point where I need to keep any kind of continues I can. Because this level 6 is a long son of a bitch. And it's also the final stage of the game. There, I got it that time. See, if I do it, like, lightly, like little prissy hands, it works okay. Seems to work okay, anyway. So, I don't know. What is your guys' favorite beat-em-ups? I mean, is Final Fight one of your favorite franchises? Or do you prefer Streets of Rage, like I do? Now, like beat 'em ups, you know, they don't really translate to 3D very well. I noticed that. I think we're in the boss. See, I want spiked gloves like that, man. That would be badass. I mean, don't get me wrong, my fingerless gloves are sweeter than, you know, a woman's beautiful breast assist, but, you know, spiked gloves would be like the icing on the cake. I would love me some spiked gloves. Maybe one day, you know? See? Pressing the button. Nothing's happening. Shoddy ass fucking programming. If I'm gonna have to redo this fucking level again, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah. Of course. Seems like a glowing every time I get to a boss, I gotta fucking use a continue. It's fucking stupid. I gotta do this shit again. I'm getting annoyed with this crap. Concentrating. I'm not. I don't even care about the commentary right now. The commentary can go fuck off. Almost 5 lives on one fucking part of the game. This is fucking ridiculous, man. I can't do nothing. I can't. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to beat this game on 2 continues. I'll try, but it's looking grim. I never understood this. Why near the end of the game? Hey, let's put in the best bonus stage. For what purpose? To get boner items? If they gave you 1-ups, maybe it would be worth a fuck, but... You get, I guess, points. What do you fucking do? Ask me if I give a shit. I didn't even earn an extra life. What's the point? Alright, final stage. This will determine if I do it or not. Okay, let's do this thing. Hopefully I can do it. If I had 3 continues, I'd be more confident, but on 2, not so much. I swear to Christ, I need a better controller. So yeah, I'll have to give the NES version props. It's a lot easier than this crap. Yeah, I can't do nothing. I might as well just put down the controller. Tell you what, last continue. I'll use Hagar. See if I get anywhere. I doubt it. But my commentary's dry, so sorry, I'm not going to be talking too much. I need to focus more if I want to beat this. To me, that's more important than talking. Let me fucking hit you! That was gay as shit. I still think those guys wearing claws looks like Gamester 81. Like if he had no teeth. That's just my pick. Is it really that hard to do a one? I fucking hate the Xbox controller. It's a shame that Xbox 360's controller emulator that I normally use on games don't work with every game. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using this piece of shit. The only reason why I got it is because, like, Grand Theft Auto 5 does not work without an Xbox 360 controller. I mean, yeah, you can use a keyboard and mouse, and that's fine. I mean, I'll be honest, I prefer that, but like, when you're driving, I prefer controller. See, that's just fucking gay as shit, man. I just want to beat this game, that's my main thing, but I'm losing it. I'm losing focus, I'm losing, because I'm trying to make this, fun and interesting playthrough at the same time and have a win, but it's so hard to concentrate when you're trying to make commentary, and I really wish I was better at it, but I'm not. And shit like that happens. You can't do anything about it! I never knew how flawed this game was until tonight. It's still a good game, though. I mean, regardless. If you're not having to worry about making commentary to please people, you know, it's actually a fun game. But when you're trying to talk and play simultaneously, it's not fun at all. Move out of the way, you cunt, Rag, so I can go in the room. Thank you. So what do you think? Joe's the cheapest enemy in this game? I think so. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. Joe is the cheapest son of a bitch in this game, and I hate him, and I hope him and his family dies. Preferably either in a fire or thrown off a cliff. Something. Something that would make my butthurt gaming spirit at the moment feel better. I press the control motion and it doesn't work. I'm gonna bitch about that till the end of time. Don't like it, suck it. I don't care. It's fucking annoying. Die, you fat fuck. You know, Belger was a cheap bitch too in the original game. I'll be honest, I never beat the SNES version of Final Fight. It's fucking too hard, man. It's even cheaper than this because 2P, he's so quick that he just, no matter where you are on the screen, he just rushes and punches you and you're stuck unless you use your little spin kick move with Cody or your spinning fist move with Hagar. It's ridiculous. Just when I need to. See? What can I do? What can I do? I would love to know what to do in situations like these. It would be great. All you can do is punch and hope for the best, because look, I mean, look what kind of situation I'm in. There's really nothing I can do. I had enough of this game. I just want it to be over with. I'm getting fucking flustered at it. I'm tired. I just want it to end. Was this never-ending feminist? Hey, is fight an endless barrage of females that cheat by flipping you with their legs constantly, and you have no control over it. I love that shit. You know this game is called Final Fight Tough in Japan? I should have mentioned that in the beginning of the video. But I don't think y'all don't care really about that. There's no escaping that. I could just make it to where the last boss is, which is the next screen if memory serves me right. If I could just get there without having to use my last continue, it might be the chance I need. It may be what I need to finish this fucking foray. These guys are getting on my last goddamn nerve. They overuse them. Yeah, this game's really bad. See, I can't even talk now. That's this game's weakness, is it doesn't have enough different enemies to fight against. There's no... It's the same guys over and over again. That's probably its biggest weakness. Another fault is, of course, how the enemies attack and you can't fucking... They have more priority to attack than you do. Overuse of the fat guys that keep bum rushing you no matter what. And you do too little damage when you attack. So it just takes for fucking ever to progress. I noticed that. You know, I noticed something tonight. This was one of my favorite beat-em-ups, but I'm having second thoughts about that now. I think I just learned that tonight. It doesn't suck. I don't think it's no longer a favorite of mine. It's too fucking cheap. I mean, I get it. Challenge is one thing, but if you're giving the enemy more priority to attack than you, that's a lack of balance, and then thus that makes for a bad game. Oh, and we're using an Xbox 360 controller. That's another problem. Fuck you people. That's the last time I listened to gamers, man. The Xbox 360 controller is the best controller ever made. No, it's not. Fuck off. You're a lying sack of horse shit. This thing is garbage. Hate it. And if I didn't need it, I'd smash it with a goddamn hammer. I got fatigue. I just want this to end. This is getting going on for too long. I'm starting to get bored. I pressed the goddamn fucking button! Look! Oh, I'm sorry, I ran out of my goddamn fucking gauge now. I swear to Christ. If I lose, I'm turning it off. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say fuck it, because I can't. I can't handle the stress anymore. I think we're at the last part. Well, I got one continue to do it in. I better do it, or it's all this is for naught. And this guy is no joke. He's a bitch. And what name? Black. Like, okay. Awesome, dude. Awesome name. Alright, well, I said I was going to use Hagar, but I'm just going to go with what I know. Alright, this is it, guys. Do or die. Do or die. Heart's palpitating. Kind of having a little bit of a panic attack, but I need to do this. I need to redeem my last playthrough. I am just so tired right now and so frustrated at gaming. I need to do this. Hey, I got a fireball too, bitch. I don't think you can grab him. Like, for real. I'm not gonna even worry about it. I'm just gonna attack him as much as I can. Come on, bitch. We can do this. We can do this. I don't want to be overconfident, but I think we can do this. I think we can. I'm just so stressed out right now, man. This game has literally stressed me to the point of just going crazy. Like, I'm actually kind of seeing double right now. Oh my god. He's almost gone. He's almost done. Yes! I think I might do this. I think I got it. Yeah, you can see where this is going, right? I got it. Yes! I'm redeemed! Thank Christ. I'd read, but my vision's doing one of these numbers. And that's Final Fight 3 in the SNES. You know, it used to be one of my favorite beat-em-ups, but tonight just definitely opened my eyes and see what kind of faults it has. And I need to apologize for my defeatist attitude. I don't know what's going on with me lately that I just shut down when I'm under so much stress, and that's one of the reasons why... Sorry, my heart's beating really bad. I don't know why that is. I mean, every time I'm under so much stress, I shut down, and that's one of the reasons I'm disabled. I shut down tremendously when I'm under a lot of stress and I have no control of the situation. Even when I'm in control, I shut down. I'm just overwhelmed, I can't function. You know, I was trying to make this fun. I was like, you know, unlike my other playthrough, I was going to be fun, but I was tripping over my words. I couldn't think of anything to say. I just got so stressed out with this game that I just could not make it enjoyable. So you can thumb down it all to hell. And yes, if you want to know, I almost did cry when I said, what can I do on Stage 5's boss? Because that's how seriously I take gaming. If I lose for a certain reason that I have no control over, I feel helpless. And it's just when I feel helpless, and that goes not with just gaming but everything. If I feel helpless, all I can do is cry. Now, I almost cried. I didn't. I got close though. I'm a very emotional person. People just look at me like I'm just some heartless cretin, but I have feelings and emotions just like the rest of you. But I don't get triggered over dumb and trivial shit like society appears to nowadays. So I apologize for getting over emotional and complaining during this whole playthrough. When I get stressed out, it's just what happens. And I hope you enjoy this video for what it's worth, however, and I hope it makes up for my failure earlier on Crackdown. But I'm going to attempt that game later. I'm going to get some more practice in, and I'm going to attempt it again, and we're going to kick its ass, and I'm going to show it I'm going to show them that it's my bitch, and I'm going to make it take this dick. But, alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off and do something relaxing so I can stop having palpitations and stop feeling like I'm going to pass away any second. Anyways, this is Forever Retro 82. Signing off. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.